Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
All right, welcome to another Friday night edition of the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Woo! Friday night.
Oh, that's right.
How's everybody doing?
Hanging in there. Can't complain.
Yeah, everything's good.
Everything's everything, as they say.
I'm feeling mighty fine.
Oh, Lord. What are you sipping on, Redwine?
Oh, just ice.
Ice? It looks very colorful.
Oh, that must be the cranberry juice.
Yeah, okay. What else is in that?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. But the bartender made it for you, don't know what's in it?
Yes, it was a surprise.
Okay.
It was a Friday night surprise.
Okay. What about you, Papa? What you sipping on?
I'm sipping on a little
gin and juice?
It's called Larceny.
Okay.
I don't want to advertise it. They ain't paying us no money.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What is larceny? What is that?
It's brown liquor, it's a bourbon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
not
your
bad.
favorite. That's
not
your
bad.
bourbon.
Okay. It ain't no Henny or no Remy, but, you know.
Oh, make it do what it do, babe.
You drink until you,
yeah.
before you crack open the good stuff. So.
All right. You bourbon drinkers, hit us up tonight.
914-803-4306.
And also red wine drinkers, too.
There you go. Red wine lovers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So what's on your mind tonight? Let's go to Poppa DD.
Well, I was... You know, I just ran across something on the news where I saw a bunch of celebrities, and I ain't going to say what they were endorsing. That's another story. Just the fact of celebrities endorsing stuff, especially endorsing movies that haven't hit the big screen yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason I'm saying this is because, see, we're trying to get back to abnormal or regular normal situations. And, you know, they're trying to bring people back to the movies. Mm-hmm. So all these celebrities are getting these sneak peeks or, you know, different different talk shows, news shows, morning shows, you know. They say, oh, yeah, I saw the movie, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, we're not going to mention the movie. We're talking about the topic of it. And they're seeing this stuff before the public does.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you go, and this is how the question is going to be, come Monday, they say a movie made such and such millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. Now, Gayle King didn't pay a dime to see it. Whoever, whatever, I'll just put her name out there. That's my girl. I ain't talking about her. I don't want her, you know, please, I don't want to be on her S list. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorites. Anyway, a lot of these celebrities don't pay a dime to see these movies. They get sneak peeks. They get sent a copy. They sit in their little room in their house where they got a theater room and everything. And went, oh, it was a great movie. Great. Oh, I recommend you go see it. Well, you didn't pay a dime. So therefore, if I like Gayle King, let's use her name again in good terms. If I like Gayle King, I'm going to listen to what she says. But what if I go to the movies and I hate it? Okay? And movies ain't cheap today. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, Gayle made me spend $11, $12. And that was the senior rate, you know? And I'm like, I want to call Gayle and say, Gayle, that movie wasn't S-H-I-T,
mm-hmm.
you know? So the question is, do you go along or do you follow maybe one of your favorite celebrities that endorse something prior to it hitting on the streets, or do you wait for the actual public who's paying to see the movie? You want to hear what they got to say. Because the movie could go to VHS in 2 weeks. Movies,
straight to video.
Straight to video.
Let me take this one, Redwine.
Okay, go for it.
My thing is, the person you're talking to, which is Gayle's bestie, is Oprah. That's my girl. My thing is, everything she touched is gold. So finish, Papa.
Go for her.
Right.
Go for her.
So everything or anything that she might say to me, personally, if you're an Oprah fan, is gold. Okay? I'm going to go see that. Okay? I don't care what it is. The senior rate, regular rate, I don't care. I'm going to take a chance and go see it.
Now, that's a good word to say.
Okay, that's my key thing. I'm going to take a chance.
But Oprah's not sliding that $20 bill in your wallet to go see it.
Nah, how you know?
Well, I don't know.
Come on,
I don't know the friendship y'all have. I don't know what connection you have.
But I get what
but I'm just
I get
saying,
your point.
I'm just saying, and I'm not knocking the celebrities and all.
Right.
And I, but I just see a lot of celebrities that are advertising a lot of stuff based on for their own particular goal, for their own money. Like for example, Ice-T. He's advertising the thing with the car warranty thing.
Oh yeah.
And you get robot calls for car warranties how many times a day?
Sure.
So you say, wait a minute, my brother. I know they paying you to advertise this car warranty stuff, but damn, they blowing up my phone for this BS all day.
But you know what? On the other hand, I'm gonna let you get in the second rewind. But on the other hand, say for instance, people like Oprah, they're a smart businesswoman. She's talking about what's the gentleman's name that wrote In the Heights? Lin-Manuel, whatever.
The Hamilton guy.
Right, the Hamilton guy.
Okay.
Yeah. That's her segue to bring him on her show. So, like I said, she's not a super person. She's very smart.
But see,
she's very savvy at what she does.
But that's her world.
Right.
And it's not, if I get down on my luck, she's not in my contacts, is what I'm saying. No matter how much I may love her, she can't help me out. And what I'm and I'm not down in,
Let me give my opinion, and then I'm going to go to the phone. But I would just say that I get what you're saying, Ketel. I get what you're saying, Papa. But I do feel that if Oprah's objective in this instance is to try to make sure that she's got an avenue to stay connected to this person, then I don't know if I really want to take her advice if it's really coming from a genuine place. Because on the one hand, you're saying this is fabulous, it's the wonderful, you got to go see it. My money is hard-earned. And if I take your opinion being genuine and then later find out, this was you saying, yeah, it was good, it was all right, but I'm hyping it up because I have some ulterior motive.
And he's part of her round table.
Then I'm kind of feeling used.
Yeah.
In the process.
Okay.
So, I take all of them with a grain of salt. But I feel that way about the professional movie critics as well. Because most of the time, what the movie critics hate, I end up liking.
Right, and they're not paying. They're not paying to go in the movie.
And they're paid to review the movies.
Right, and don't pay to get in and see it.
Usually, for me, if the movie critic says it was horrible, I gave it Rotten Tomatoes and all of that, that's the one I want to see. Because it's probably the one that I'm going to like.
Such as anything else.
They like all that stuffy stuff. That movie, The Piano, that year that won all these awards. Don't nobody want to see that crap. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm just saying. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Pajama Party Show. Go right ahead with your comment.
Hello, and good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing?
We're fabulous.
Doing
good
well.
evening.
Thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
Great. I want to make a comment, and my comment is not going to be. It's going to be down the line in reference to this. I guess promoting and movie thing, and just business period. The sword cuts both ways. At the end of the day, regardless of who it is and what it is, we're all out here trying to make a dollar. So, with that being said, I'm a movie buff, and I've never really listened to who says it's good and who says it's not. I'm going to go anyway. And if Jack is the millionaire of the world and he says, you should go buy this or go see this, I'm not going to go by Jack. I'm just going to go anyway because that's just the type of person I am. But I'm saying that we all do it. We all have our own businesses in some kind of sense. And we all, some kind of way, want to advertise and have other people to advertise for us. So that's my point on this conversation.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody's trying to make a dollar some kind of way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or trying to stay in the loop, per se.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay relative.
Yeah, that's what
There's
it is.
a lot of,
Thank you, Carl. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys, too.
Right. All right. Appreciate it. All right. Well, I guess we finished with that topic. Let's get into these hot topics. We got so much going on this week. Let's get into what happened this week.
Okay. Ready for the rundown?
Yep. I'm ready for it.
All right. Buckle up, as they say.
All right. What you got for us?
A hot topic, JBS paid $11 million ransom after cyber attack. Also, U.S. recovers most of ransom paid after Colonial Pipeline hack. And the SF police seized 16 pounds of fentanyl. Wow. Hidden and quitted headlines. The U.S. provides over $181 million to avert famine in Ethiopia. It's a lot of money, boy, going on. Also, rainbow lights on Florida bridge marking Pride Month. Black Michigan boy shot in arm after retrieving bike from neighbor's yard. Also, Tennis Federation president speaks on Osaka and Federer. And Pharrell Williams, a new private school for low-income families. Good.
Oh.
Cocktail of the week. We got a special for you. I'll figure it out later. What's poppin' with Poppa DD? Our weird news. Nurses attempt to prove vaccines make people magnificent. Also, dog ejected from vehicle in Idaho crash found herding sheep. And no shirts, pants, or undies needed on bike ride, just a mask. Okay. I'm just saying with Redwine, why can't he play? Living for the City with Poppa DD, my Hollywood wrap-up. I got quite a bit tonight. The kisser list and the last word. Sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, and we'll be back with the hot topic.
This is the Pajama Party on Blog Talk Radio. The Pajama Party is produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment at www.dchomegrown.com. The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the Pajama Party crew and you. So pick up the phone and dial 914-803-4306. That's 914-803-4306 and tell us what's on your mind. There's a big fluffy pillow reserved just for you at the Pajama Party, so call us now. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Pass it on. Log on to www.apajamaparty.com and click the Listen Live banner or call 914-803-4306. Now let's get back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Is it tea time, darling?
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Woo!
Okay.
All right, let's fire them up.
Okay.
Hot topics.
I got to get with this $11 million ransom here.
Woo.
JBS, I guess I'll figure it out who they are once I go down this article. The world's largest meat processing company. That on Wednesday that it paid an $11 million ransom to cyber criminals after it was forced to halt cattle slaughtering operations at 13 of its meat processing plants. The JBS confirmed the payment in a statement following a cyber attack attributed to the Russian-speaking ransomware gang, Revel. Wow. The company unfortunately paid the ransom in Bitcoin to prevent further disruption of the meat plants, mitigating potential damage to the food supply, including restaurants, grocery stores, and farmers that rely on this JBS production. That's a lot. Maybe that's why things have been going up recently. I'm not sure.
I think it is.
This was a very difficult decision to make for our company and for me personally. This was the CEO of JBS. However, we felt this decision had to be made to prevent any potential risk for our customers. Okay. Sounds pretty good, but I guess they're doing okay. They paid them. The company indicated it is in a statement that the vast majority of the company's facilities were operational at the time of payment. The decision was made in consultation with internal IT professionals and third-party cybersecurity experts in an attempt to ensure no data was, I guess, breached or messed up, I guess. Wow.
I'm going to have to really do some studying on this cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding, like, is this, at some point, is it physical or is it all just somewhere in cyberspace?
I think it's in cyberspace.
So
I don't think it's
transferring something to an account and then it's there. But I don't understand what gives it value.
That's
like American U.S. currency, I don't know what gives it value now, but it used to be based on gold.
Right. That's true.
And I don't know what it is now. But what gives cryptocurrency its value? Because the price of that thing fluctuates so crazy.
It does.
It can be worth $100 one day and then $18,000 the next day. I'm like, how can something fluctuate like that?
It could be the more people that purchase it, the way it fluctuates. That's kind of how I see it. It's almost like a lottery thing. If more people play, then the jackpot, it fluctuates. So you think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's your take on it, Papa?
I mean, that makes sense.
First of all, let me say this here. I was shocked to see that I went to a supermarket. I won't name them because they ain't paying us. I went to a supermarket where they had a coin counting machine where they give you a percentage, they give you a percentage of what your coins are, and they gave you the option to get Bitcoin.
Whoa, I've never seen that.
For your coin.
Whoa, never seen
and
that.
I was, and it had a whole glossary of stuff. You hit this button, it gave you what you do, blah blah blah. But once you hit this button, you're obligated to such and such and such. So it just go to show you that the whole Bitcoin thing has gone into and this supermarket was in an urban neighborhood. So now they've gone in there and they've turned the little machine. And I noticed too that particular coin counting machine had a higher percentage that went to the store than that one. And it also had a thing whereas you could buy a gift card with coin machine.
Give it to charity too.
This coin machine had you can give it to charity. This coin machine had all kind. I didn't use it. I said, damn, this thing. I just want something to count my shit.
Yeah.
I don't need, you know what I mean? When I go to a coin machine and it's talking more to me than I'm talking to it, and I got $300 worth of coins in my hand, I'm going to somewhere just going to count my shit and give me my money. I mean, this thing you can donate to charity, you can get a gift card and don't pay the fee.
Or you can
get
Bitcoin.
a Bitcoin. You can get.
That is insane.
I said, this shit is just too complicated. I don't consider myself a stupid man by no stretch of the imagination, but this machine definitely had me in intelligence. So I left it alone. I left it. I said, yo.
Got the hell out of there.
I said, peace up. I'm out.
Yeah,
and I went over
take
to
my coins.
Wow.
I went over to what's that other place called? The Green Joint, the Green Bank. It's open on Sundays.
Oh, what's that
bank?
Oh, no, I don't want to say. I know what it is.
Okay.
It's 2 letters, but I'm not going to say their name because they're not advertising with us.
Yeah, the bank where the guys dancing in the lobby.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
But speaking of Bitcoin, I did find out this week that El Salvador in South America is the first country to accept Bitcoin as legal tender in their country.
Wow.
Yeah,
and I'm like, are y'all serious? You going to actually accept that to do business and whatnot?
I think it's just somebody.
Yeah, that one brother's into that pretty heavy. What's that rapper's name?
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
I think he made a lot of money when it first came out.
Right, because he was stalking him, but then when he turned it in, he didn't realize it was more than he thought it would be. And
right.
So he was like, wow.
He bought it really not knowing what it was.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to get on this bandwagon.
Such is life.
Yeah.
You know, you
sometimes,
never know.
you take it, like you said earlier, Ketel, you take a chance.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking a chance.
Wow.
I'm going to keep mine where I can have coins and dollar bills.
But
the regular stuff.
Yeah, that story is interesting. I mean, it kind of opens up to other companies. Are they going to pay just freely and willingly? You know, I don't know.
Well, I got one for you on the heels of that one.
Uh-oh.
The U.S. recovered most of the ransom that was paid on that Colonial Pipeline hack.
Okay.
Now, the Justice Department, this happened this week, has recovered most of the multi-million-dollar ransom payment made to hackers after a cyber attack that caused the operator of the nation's largest fuel pipeline to halt operations last month. The operation to seize cryptocurrency paid to the Russian-based hacker group is the first of its kind to be undertaken by a specialized ransomware task force created by the Biden administration's Justice Department. So they're, of course, happy they got a victory. They actually got the cryptocurrency back, because these hackers don't want cash. They want cryptocurrency. So when they do
Bitcoin.
this whole Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because it's untraceable.
Yeah.
Because
what's his
some
name?
people can
Elon.
hand you money over and do the serial numbers first.
Yeah.
And once it starts getting put into
Elon
population.
Musk has that Doja coin, which is another form of cryptocurrency. All I know is the name of it, but anyway. So the Georgia-based Colonial Pipeline, which supplies roughly half of the fuel consumed on the East Coast, was temporarily shut down May the 7th after a gang of cyber criminals using the dark side ransomware broke into the company's computer system. So, the FBI had to do all their investigations, which have been going on really since last year, and they said that it was more than 100 law enforcement officials are now scrutinizing the whole process. So the Colonial officials said that they had to take the pipeline offline, the whole system. They had to take it offline before the attack spread to the operating system of everything, and they decided to go ahead and pay the ransom of 75 Bitcoin, which is valued roughly at $4.4 million, in the hopes of trying to get everything back online as soon as they could. So it goes on to say that cryptocurrency is favored by cyber criminals because it, like you said, Poppa DD, it enables direct online payments regardless to where you are geographically.
Exactly.
It's harder to trace.
World renowned.
And but the FBI was able to get it back. So I don't know how they somehow, I guess, traced it some kind of way. It's almost like having a string on a coin. It's like, put it in your pocket. When you're not looking, I'm going to yank that string and get it back.
But I bet you places like Dubai, they probably all into it. They're all into it. They probably got the whole thing, what it's worth and all that already on a board somewhere. They so far ahead of things, it's not even funny. So go ahead. Well,
they got back, like I said, almost half of what was paid. So they still ended up paying out over $2 million, but But see, that's the thing. These criminals will break into your system, almost like put a chokehold on you, and put the either they can put a virus out there, screw up your system so bad that you can't function, or all your data starts disappearing. They do a whole bunch.
But you know what though? That's not new.
No.
That's not new. I mean, because on the
computer,
the
way they're doing it now is new.
But let me say this here, and I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about maybe a friend of mine. Okay, you know how that saying goes, wink, wink. A friend of mine. Okay.
I know somebody.
And this is years ago. Years ago. If you were on porno too much, the porno gods will get you. Okay?
The porno gods?
But let me explain it. Let me explain. I know I said porno, everybody's nose.
Antenna went up.
When I said porno, everybody's ears went up like a German shepherd. All right, let me explain.
What happened?
If you go on porno too much and you click on too much shit. You just keep on clicking, and you go into the deep dark zone.
Ooh.
You can be latched by one of them jokers through porno.
Oh.
Porno have grabbed people, but see, regular people don't have to pay it because all you got to do is just get. And this is what a friend told me. Didn't happen to me. Anyway. Anyway, you get to a point where you have dipped deep into, porno so heavy where, jokers are sticking their fists up something anyway.
Oh, my.
And all of a sudden you get a red flash, you get a blue screen, shut down, ransom come in. But see, in that world now, in the regular citizen world, you can call the, who's them jokers over at Best Buys?
Oh, the geek.
You can call the Geek Squad, right?
Yeah.
And they can go ahead and zap everything and shit, but you'll lose your pictures and your documents and all your good shit.
Yeah, they just reset your whole machine.
Reset your whole thing and say, well, nothing we can do. You got a blue, the dreaded blue screen.
Mm-hmm.
You get the blue screen, they can set you back. But see, a company, a corporation can't do that. They can't lose the statistics. They can't lose the logistics.
Right.
So they got to pay it. But this can happen to personal people as well.
Mm-hmm.
But personal people can say, all right, fuck it, fuck the pictures of my grandchild. Fuck it. Restart my shit. Restart my yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? So that's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And some of my avid porno friends have told me this. Like I said, it wasn't me, but my good friends in the porno have let me know this.
Oh, wow.
Just so you know.
Yeah, that stuff gets deep, I know.
It gets deep. You keep clicking, you're going to find some deep shit. It's not good at the end.
You got to stop that clicking. That clicking will mess you up.
Click. Okay.
Boom! Bullseye.
Yep. It's like, oh, you did it now.
Looking for the ultimate everything. Whatever
you done messed up now. Oh, you click one time too many.
Too many. I'm looking for the ultimate
I got you now. I got you
boom.
now. Wait, I'm going to go back to the phone. Let's go back to the phone. Let's take a caller. Hello, caller. Go right ahead with your comment.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What you know about that, caller? What you know about that?
Baby Poppa DD is. When I tell you, this is a whole show by itself. Porn.
Yeah, I might get my own podcast on Wednesday.
When I tell you, the phone lines ain't lit up now, they still be lit up.
Woo!
You done touched the topic now.
I tell you, that one click too many mess you up.
You can go deep into porno, but that happened to a friend, not me.
It's never too many clicks.
Oh, it's got to be one click too many.
Oh yeah.
Well, for some people, for the people that can't handle all the other clicks, but you can keep on clicking and still survive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But can your computer?
Ask Poppa DD's friends. They're still surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah. But ask them how many times have they had to reset their computer back to the factory settings.
Factory settings. Are you? Excuse me, caller. Are you a psychiatrist?
You can go on your phone.
Yeah, you don't mess your phone up.
That's even messed
don't
up.
Don't click too many because the phone will blow up in your hand. It really will.
Woo. Okay. That joint will catch on fire. You be clicking and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, this thing getting hot.
Thank you, caller.
All right.
Okay, mute me. Go ahead and mute me.
No, we ain't cold like that.
We'll put you on the bench. We're not gonna mute you. Go ahead and use the word muted.
Muted, okay.
We love you.
Appreciate you calling.
I love y'all.
All right, okay.
All right. Hey, y'all, you got the last article, Papa.
All right, okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Where am I? What do I have?
Poppa DD's still clicking.
San Francisco police seized 16 pounds of fentanyl. What's it called? Fentanyl.
That's a lot of
fentanyl that could wipe out the city population 4 times over.
Jeez.
Okay, this is how much fentanyl they got a hold of. Now, fentanyl, as we all know, is a very addictive drug. And these celebrities have gone down on this one. We're not going to name no names just for for the sake of their privacy and their life. Anyway, the San Francisco Police Department announced Tuesday it seized more than 30 pounds of drugs. 30 pounds. Now, these are pills now. You put pills on a scale to weigh 30. You know how much a damn pill weighs you pop in your mouth? It's like, you know, a pill weighs no ounces, a quarter of an ounce. 30 pounds of drugs in Oakland on June 3rd. Ooh. Taking 5 suspects into custody as part of an ongoing investigation to stop the sale of deadly drugs in the Tenderloin neighborhood. Okay, police raided 3 locations in Oakland with search warrants and discovered 2 semi-automatic, unregistered, unserialized firearms, which the serial number was scraped off. Mm-hmm. Also known as ghost guns, more than $45,000 in cash, and which is no money really, but and a hydraulic press for bricking kilos of drugs. Hydraulic press means they press it down and yada yada yada. And amidst drug stashes, they found more than 16 pounds of fentanyl, according to the press release. Okay, the amount of fentanyl seized in this signal operation is enough lethal overdose to wipe out San Francisco's population 4 times over, says San Francisco Police Officer Chief Bill Scott said in a statement. Fentanyl remains the primary chemical that is concocted in the world's shattering number of fatality overdoses in the world, based on situations of people getting them based on having a injury in the beginning, but then pressuring their doctor to keep writing prescriptions and things. And like I said, fentanyl has got into celebrities and everything else. It's a very serious drug and very interesting. So in all actuality, San Francisco is struggling with a drug epidemic fueled by the addictive opioid fentanyl situation in 2001, and a track to be a record-breaking year of overdosing. Being the pandemic allowed people to be in more of a bored state of mind. They were in secluded places, so all they did was just got high. You know what I mean? Being stuff was shut down and everything was secluded. Once you got your drugs, you didn't go nowhere. You just sat there and you just got high. And this is what the police chief has said. The medical examiner never had more. He had more people than he can hold in the examination room. There are people lined up in a hallway waiting to be put on a slab to be autopsied to find out what they died of. And fentanyl was always the undergoing analogy of why these people died.
That's rough.
So, we have a drug problem in America. We really do. And it's vicious, it's interesting, and
it's fentanyl.
People are getting prescriptions for this, but then they're buying it on the black market on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and doctors are so, when it comes to writing, well, it's not even about writing prescription no more. The prescription, the script writing, that's gone. That's gone. You'll be hard pressed to find a doctor.
Don't they try to wean you off of fentanyl? If they give it to you, they don't prescribe it no longer than a certain amount of time.
I believe that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you've had like a surgery or something like that, they may give you like a limited amount, like 1 or 2 pills.
After that, you can't get any more.
After that, they'll tell you to try some Tylenol or something like
and
that.
Doctors know when you come in the office and you're over aggressive.
Right.
Doc, hey, Doc, look. My arm, my damn arm, man. Come on.
Where that surgery thing,
they know that. They know that. Yeah.
But it's
crazy.
It's crazy out there.
Anyway.
Well, if you guys got any questions or comments, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press what?
Press 1 to get in the queue. Yeah. Just ask our first caller. He pressed 1 twice already.
Go ahead, press.
And we thank you.
We thank you.
We love it.
We thank you for your support.
You read the directions too well, my brother.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on the other side of the break with the Hit It and Quit It headlines on the Pajama Party Show.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It List. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on ours or your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It List, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It list, hit us on Twitter at @apajamaparty and use hashtag #KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party Crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch? Oh, how rude. Oh, you're on the kiss it list.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. All right, it's that time. Hit him and quit him.
Okay, the hit and quit it, Queen. All right.
Hit it and quit it. Hit him and quit him.
All right. I got the first one. U.S. provides over $181 million to avert famine in Tigray, Ethiopia. They are delivering food, water, and aid to feed more than 3 million people that were facing famine in Tigray region of Ethiopia, where thousands have been killed since conflict erupted in November. Wow. It's a long time. The aid provided through the U.S. aid will provide enough food to feed 3 million people for nearly 2 months, as well as seeds, tools, and fertilizers to help farmers replant crops. Mm-hmm. The agency will also provide safe spaces and psychological support for women and girls, as well as case management for survivors of gender-based violence. Thousands of people have been killed, unfortunately, since the conflict erupted. 2 million have been forced from their home, and 91% of the population of nearly 6 million are in need of aid. That's a lot of people.
It is. But that's a lot of money, too.
Yeah. So, but it's only going to last for 2 months. That's
well, they said seeds. So if you plant,
it'll help, crops and stuff.
Yeah, so maybe it's a start.
Mm-hmm. So the U.S. aid in the statement called on the Ethiopian government to remove what it said were barriers that prevented aid workers from saving lives, and said all parties to the conflict must take immediate steps to protect the workers. So they're saying, we coming in, we need some help. I mean, kind of help protect us.
Yeah.
You
some of I won't say I'm sure. I hope other countries who can afford to give will help out as well. Isn't that what Biden's doing at the G7 summit?
Yeah.
They're all talking about what can we who can help do to help.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're not the only ones.
Yeah. He says a breath of fresh air, too, at that summit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I'm telling you. Because
Won't you say we glad Trump ain't at this month?
I'm sorry, but that knucklehead didn't know shit.
No.
He didn't. He was no politician.
No, he didn't know a damn thing.
Yeah, they talk about America first, jumping all in front of people.
But then his advisors, they ain't no shit either.
No.
There were a lot of businessmen.
Picking his friends.
Right. There were a lot of businessmen that didn't know, quote unquote, foreign policy and stuff. Just crazy. Okay.
To them, foreign policy was French toast.
Right. Well,
French, that's foreign policy. French toast.
Look at you.
Well, if you guys don't know about, certain things we're talking about, you guys just need to go ahead and research it yourself too. Go more in depth and get involved in, the things that we're talking about.
Yeah, you got to get up on these things.
We always in U.S. and not other countries. See what's going on with them.
Yeah. Well, I got one for you based on the U.S. right here not here, but down in Florida. The rainbow lights in Florida have been turned back on to mark Pride Month after some backlash. People had to show off. So the state of Florida reversed itself Wednesday and said that they would allow downtown Jacksonville Bridge to be decorated in rainbow-colored lights to mark Pride Month.
We're going to allow it?
Allowed it, yeah. Now, this was a day after they hit the dimmer switch on the whole celebration.
Wow. Come on, y'all.
They were acting a fool, and they were like, no, we're not going to do that.
Really?
And then I guess enough people said, okay, y'all acting a fool, and we're not having it. So then they came back and said, well, all right, you can have your lights. So a spokeswoman for the Florida government, of course, you know Ron DeSantis, that idiot governor down there. Ron DeSantis, spokesperson, confirmed that the rainbow lights would be back on the Acosta Bridge in Jacksonville on Wednesday night. That was 2 days ago, and insisted that the governor played no role in the Department of Transportation's decision to turn them off. I'm like, you know you did, you homophobic Bama.
Yeah.
You know you did. But many in Florida's gay community are deeply suspicious of DeSantis, and well, they should be, who's a Republican who angered many by signing a law banning transgender athletes from taking part in school sports on the very first day of Pride Month. Now, I'm sure he would say, DeSantis would say that was a coincidence, but was it really? Anyway, the LGBTQ community is being targeted. This is what a local Pride president, Jordan Letchert, told the Sarasota Herald Tribune.
Sarasota.
He said, the city of Sarasota is embracing us, but our governor and the state is sending the opposite message. They seem to be saying that we're not welcome. So the Florida Department of Transportation said that they had no idea of anything about the rainbow lights on the Causeway Bridge in Sarasota and the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, which connects to the city of St. Petersburg. It connects St. Petersburg to Manatee County. So, anyway, the bottom line is they got the okay to go ahead and have their rainbow lights on the bridge. So,
I mean, that's what most states do. They just allow it, even if it's just for one day. You know.
It's just lights. I mean, why trip out?
Oh, that shit ain't gonna happen in my damn county. You know, all that shit. You know, Republicans, they just talk shit.
There was a local story where someone's house, they had a gay pride flag out on their house, and the neighborhood was tripping and said, you can't have that because the neighborhood covenants don't allow it, yada, yada. You have to take it down. So what they did is they were like, okay, they went and looked, and the covenant did state that you could have, I think, USA, American flags, and that was it. So that counts any other country, any other anything.
Right.
So they were like, all right, cool. They took the flag down, and then they went and bought holiday lights and lit their house up in rainbow lights from the left side all the way across to the right side.
Okay.
And said, now, there's no flag out there. What you going to do?
What happened to freedom of speech?
Well, I mean, when you have a covenant within a neighborhood or a community, once you sign in and buy into that, you got to abide by it.
I guess.
But, so they straight. They down there, they put their flag out.
Okay.
I mean, their lights out on the bridge.
Okay. All right. We got another story here. A black Michigan boy shot in arm after retrieving bike from neighbor's yard. What is wrong with these people? Township, Michigan. A 6-year-old black child was shot in the arm by his neighbor, who reportedly was upset that the child's bicycle was in the front yard. What the hell is happening to our people?
6 years old. 6 years old.
Woo! The neighbor. I mean, if anything, you could have thrown the damn bike out there in the street or something, not get a damn gun. The neighbor, an Asian man, first allegedly threatened the boy with a sledgehammer.
What, sledgehammer?
After he went to retrieve his bike. Then the man went inside his home and fired a shot through his front window, striking the child.
Oh, through the window?
Yeah.
So the punk mofo wouldn't come outside or go talk to the child's parent.
Right. So now the boy's father understandably wants to know why a man who could have killed his child and is charged with assault with intent to murder is free on bond after spending only 3 days in jail. He's trying to understand this.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So they gave him, he was arrested by the county sheriff and released Tuesday on a $10,000 bond. Daniel said...
That's all?
Yep, the incident began when his kids were outside riding their bikes, and they eventually stopped riding and left one of the bikes in front of the neighbor's yard. When Kobe went back to get his bike, Daniel said the neighbor came out with a sledgehammer in his hand and said something to the boy. Daniel said he didn't know exactly what was said, but knows his son said something back. After that, the neighbor, he's 6 years old. Come on now. After that, the neighbor went back inside, and Daniel said he shot a gun through the front window, hitting Kobe in the arm.
So he was trying to shoot this child.
He was trying to scare him, but it hit his arm. Now, it could have hit him in the head or the chest or anything. He says he tried hitting me with a sledgehammer, but that's not going to work because I'm too fast. That's what the little boy said. The bullet went through the boy's arm, and he was rushed to the hospital. Kobe is expected to recover from the wound.
Wow.
Daniel also said that because of the neighbor is free, he said, I'm scared for my family because I don't know what he's capable of.
I don't blame him.
So, yeah.
So this man only spent 3 days in jail, paid $10,000, and got out.
Well, if it's $10,000, I ain't paying $1,000, so it's only 10%. Right, Papa?
Right.
Usually 10%, so it's $1,000.
10%.
Oh my gosh.
Not that I'm a criminal and I know the rules.
But you got friends.
I got friends.
And this is in Michigan, so you know, kind of figure out where you are and everything, and
This stuff is crazy.
So don't go to Michigan.
Watch yourself. Watch your kids. Hide your wife. Hide your kids.
Hide your wife. Hide your kids.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What you got, Papa?
Okay. Well, let me just do a prelude to this to say that what's coming up later on What's Poppin', my particular segment, I'm going to be speaking on Serena Williams, and Serena Williams is a very, she is truly an advocate toward this particular story on this other young lady. What's her name? Redwine, help me out. Osaka. Naomi Osaka, who was she's from China, right, or Japan. Where is she from? Japan, I believe.
I think she's mixed, but.
Well, she's either one. She's either Japan or China. You can't be both.
I think it's Japan.
Yeah, I think it's Japan. Anyway, okay, the story we're talking about right now is the Tennis Federation president who fined Osaka says that he respected Roger Federer. Now, Roger Federer is another male tennis player. He withdrew from the French Open, and so did Osaka, okay? But just go to show you the whole female aspect of the one-sided aspect, how they understand the man, but they're going to dog the woman, and then understand how her situation goes on. I'm going to explain, like I said, later in my segment, why Osaka feels the way she does with her mental anguish and how it was all initiated in 2018 when she was going against Serena Williams. Okay, I'm going to beat Serena Williams' ass later on. So if you're going to stick around, if you're hanging if you're on the phone right now, put your phone on speakerphone, lay your cell phone down. If you ever see Serena get an ass whooping, I'm going to whoop her black ass tonight. Okay, but here's a story about Osaka, and that's Ketel's girl, so I don't give a shit. Anyway, when Naomi Osaka announced to her fans via Instagram that she would no longer be participating in press conferences at the French Opening. Now, let me explain the French Opening. The French Opening is different from the rest of the Opening because the French Open has clay. Clay as in a mineral of dirt, which is of a red constant. Okay? Clay is a type of dirt that is real. Mostly in North Carolina, they have clay. They have clay, I would call plantations, but just acres. Some people buy houses that have acres of clay, which is a real mineral that grows stuff real well because it's of a clay nature. Grows stuff very well. Anyway, but the French Opening is based on clay. So you're playing on clay as opposed to regular turf. Anyway, so let me get back to my area here. No longer participating in press conference at the French Opening. She was met with swift condemnations from the French Open people, the Australia Open people, as well as powers to be from the woman, what do you call it?
Wimbledon?
Wimbledon people, okay? So 3 people jumped on her ass because she decided not to speak to the press. Now, the press speaking is a requirement. If you remember Beast Mode from the Seattle Seahawks, remember the brother? They came out and he said, "I'm just talking so I don't get fined."
Yeah.
Now they never find the brother.
I love him.
They never find the coach of the Seattle. I mean, not Seattle. They never find the coach of the New England Patriots, which is your boy.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, but I know who
Yeah,
you're talking about.
he gets on there and don't say jack. Okay, the coach of New England Patriots. All right, he gets on. Anyway, his white ass gets away with murder. So anyway, this young lady decided that she wasn't going to speak at the press conferences of these particular things anymore. So now they came in, they got together 3 different major institutions: the French Open, the Australia Open, and the Wimbledon got together in a joint statement. Grand Slam organizers slapped the young lady with a $15,000 penalty and threatened her with additional fines and situations saying that you need to speak to people in a post-match interview, okay? And she said that right now, in all actuality, I'm mentally fucked up, okay? I want to drop out the French Open. I need time to rest my mind because what she was saying basically, in my opinion, I don't want to be in the French Open because I don't want to meet my adversary. I don't meet the person that fucked my head up from the beginning, who is Serena Williams, okay? And like I said, later on in my segment, I will talk about how Serena Williams has been asked. If you're a Serena fan, I apologize, but I don't give a fuck, okay? Serena Williams has been asked. She has won 23 majors. That means in her award room, she has 23 major trophies. You know, those trophies are nice. They big, they're round, they've got big old fucking... Okay, anyway.
Okay.
All right. Ketel's like, she's the coach of this stuff here. Anyway, what I'm saying in this here is that the young lady, Osaka, is like mentally messed up right now because of what happened in 2018. I'll elaborate on this later on. But the story as a whole is the fact that they gave Federer a pass and said, okay, go ahead and get out, which is the same thing that the NFL did with old boy, the brother from the football team, J.J. Watt. Anyway, J.J. Watt left the team. The Texans. He left the Texans. Now, the brother who was in the whole situation, I can't think of his name right now, forgive me, but he was all up on charges of going after the women that was giving him massages and stuff, that he sexually harassed them. Now, he want to get off the team. He want to leave the team. But the fact he wants to leave the team, he was the key to the team because he's good as hell. But they let J.J. Watt leave the team, which is another situation where how they let Federer get away from the French opening, just like the Texans let J.J. Watt get away from the Texans. But the brother's still there. So the same situation
was
allowed to just get away from, they excused him. Okay, you don't want to play here. He said, oh, well, the COVID thing, I just want to back off. They let Federer get away. But when the young lady here, Osaka, decided to get away, they want to charge her. They want to beat her up. They got with 4 other different institutions and just rammed her. It's so sad, and she's a young girl. She's 24 years old. And like I said, we're going to get later on this here because it is unfair for you to beat up a young girl at 24 years old when you're giving Serena Williams a break and she's damn near, 40, 39? Mm-hmm. So she done did her career. She's won 23 majors. Okay, Serena, go sit your ass down. This girl's 24 years old. It's her time. Serena, Father Time is knocking on your door. And like I said, we'll elaborate on that later. I'm going to leave that alone. Let me get out of this because Ketel's kicking me in my ass. I can feel her footprint.
No, but I'm just saying the bottom line on that article was that they fined the Osaka girl but didn't find Federer.
Not at all. They didn't even question it.
Right, because Osaka's black and Federer's white.
Well, yeah, she's Asian.
Okay.
Yeah, black and female.
All right.
Federer is white and male.
She's of color, so.
And they gave him a pass.
Okay.
And they penalized her.
Okay. All right, I got
that ain't right. I'm putting that president of the Tennis Federation on the
But it was all three.
Good.
This was the French, Australian, and Wimbledon.
Okay.
All three of them got together.
Okay.
Because she's the moneymaker for them. So they're pissed.
I got it.
You know what I mean?
I got it.
The advertisement's big.
That's not right.
They will pay Tiger Woods just for showing up.
I know.
Okay? Just for showing up. You ain't got to play, you ain't got to win.
I got one that's good news. Pharrell Williams is getting a school together in, he's from Virginia Beach. He's putting a school.
Really?
He's putting a school together for low-income families.
Oh, God bless.
It's a private school.
All right.
So Virginia native Pharrell Williams is doing his part to make sure low-income families are happy and with their educational goals. The musician entrepreneur is launching a private school to those who cannot afford to send their children to a regular private school. He's doing this through his nonprofit initiative. It's called Yellow. That's the nonprofit Yellow, which is a 501c3 nonprofit established by the music producer to even the odds for kids through education. In a post to the Yellow Facebook page, it says, "Change starts at home and scales to the world." From the imagination of Virginia native Pharrell Williams, in consultation with education futurists and NASA scientists, we are excited to launch Yellow Hab, an immersive educational environment that sparks imagination in a story-filled space where children transcend the everyday on a journey for deeper learning. So he goes on to say that Yellow admits students of any race, color, national, and ethnic origin to all rights, privileges, programs, and activities generally accorded or made available to students at the school. They do not discriminate on the basis of race, color, national, ethnicity, et cetera, et cetera. And he says if the system is fixed and unfair, then it needs to be broken. We don't want to lockstep learning where many kids fall behind. We want learning to be designed for each child where the things that make a child different are the same things that will make a child rise up and take flight.
Okay.
So if you want to get more information on it, you can check out their website at teamyellow.org/yellowhab. So that's what Pharrell is doing. So shout out to Pharrell.
Yeah, he's
going to get that going. And,
yeah,
very proactive brother. All right.
He's a quiet brother, not like the ball player. What's his name?
Which ball player?
I don't care.
But you're right. He doesn't make a lot of noise, but he's doing a lot of things.
Right. The guy that does the wall. What's his name? LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
He just make too much noise.
Well, LeBron, yeah. Well, okay.
I mean, that's your boy. Hey.
I didn't say that. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Call it. Go right ahead with your comment. What you got going on?
Yes. Please excuse me. Tonight is just my night. But this
go for it. What you got?
I have to make this comment, and I'm not going to choose any sides, but I'm just going to make a point. And I will say this: I am a big Serena Williams fan, but I'm not taking anything personal because we all have our, we have a right to our own comments. But what I wanted to say to Poppa DD is that I don't think it's fair because someone thinks that somebody has had their time or whatever, and that the young folks should just, have their time. That this woman is still in there competing at a high level. She has paved the way for all of these young people. People should leave when they're ready. It's just like retiring. I have a number of years in the government, and I'm sure they're ready for me to leave, but I'm not ready to leave. So my comment is, I'm not disagreeing with, because I know he's about to slay Serena. He can do that. But I wanted to touch on the comment about her, it's time for her to buy out. No, it's not. You buy out when you're ready. Because we all retire when we get ready. Am I correct, people?
Oh, that's true. We do retire when we're ready.
Hello.
We do retire when we're ready.
Yeah, so I wanted to make that comment. So I'm going to speak for Poppa DD. Mute it.
All right, well, I tell you what, caller. On the segment of what's poppin', I'm going to go in with her, and like I said, you can judge it accordingly. I'm not going to beat her up. I'm not going to slay her like a dragon. Okay, I'm going to use a brand new knife, but I am going to cut her up. How about that? How about that? Okay. So just so you know, stay tuned, because like I said, I'm not going to dog her because she has a history, but I will whoop that ass. Okay. And I know you're a fan, and I'm not trying to disrespect you. I love you for calling our show. I love you for being a dedicated fan, and I'm not trying to piss you off, but I will spank that ass.
Oh, you're not pissing me off because I enjoy the debate because it's healthy.
Spank that ass. Okay, just so you know, no disrespect, my brother, my beautiful brother.
We gonna get it. Lord, we're gonna get into the cocktail.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the cocktail.
All right, caller. Thank you.
I'm gonna go easy though.
Y'all too funny.
Woo! All right, caller.
Thank you. All right, much love. It's time for the cocktail of the week.
I need one after that.
Woo. What you got for us tonight, Ketel?
Seems like a tennis match right here. Bing bong.
All right, you got one for us.
The
She can't even get it out.
Florado.
The Floridora.
The Floridora cocktail.
Okay.
Thank you very much. The Floridora is a classic cocktail. It is truly fabulous gin.
Fabulous, darling.
It is semi-sweet, tall, refreshing, and beautifully pink. The cocktail was named after an early 1900s Broadway musical comedy of the same name. The cocktail was a hit among New York's high society up through the 1950s.
The Floridora.
Yes, so it's 1.5 ounces of your favorite gin. Mine is Bombay Sapphire.
Sapphire, darling.
A half ounce of that, or if you like a little more, a half an ounce of creme de flamboise liqueur, a half an ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice, 4 ounces of ginger ale, and a lime wedge for garnish. So we're going to gather the ingredients together, pour the gin, framboise, and the lime juice into a highball glass filled with ice.
Yeah.
We're going to top it off with ginger ale and garnish with the lime wedge. Serve and enjoy.
Woo!
And what is it called again, Redwine?
The Floridora.
Floridora.
The Floridora. It's so pink and beautiful, darling.
So just check it out on our website.
Absolutely lovely.
So if you guys out there got any questions or comments or anything we're talking about, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
And press 1 and get in the queue.
All righty. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're coming back with Poppa DD and whatever he plans to do with Serena. On the other side of the break, you're listening to the Pajama Party Show. This is Redwine, and you're listening to WPJP Blog Talk Radio Pajama Party. Check out my commentary. I like to call it I'm Just Saying, because sometimes I am just saying. It's just my opinion. It's what I think. Hey, you don't have to agree, but if you disagree, call us up. 914-803-4306. Hey, don't forget, they can catch us on Twitter also at apajamaparty.com too. What's the number, Papa?
914-803-4306. I don't know how I got in the studio. Redwine came in here by himself, and me and Ketel just happened to come here and catch her stealing airtime. As usual.
You know, I was trying to do my own promo, and y'all just happened to show up again.
Well, can y'all tell them what time?
9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central Time. No, that's wrong.
And 6 o'clock Western Time. West Coast Time.
Right,
okay.
Right. Either way,
so if you're in California, call us at 6 p.m., 7 o'clock if you're hanging out in Colorado somewhere.
7 o'clock, that's Central Time. See, now we got it all.
7 o'clock if you're in...
okay, it's 9 o'clock Eastern. Y'all do the math. Figure out where you are. Check your watch. 9 o'clock Eastern.
Right, okay.
Check us out.
9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 9:15 CP time, right?
Yep, that's right.
CP time, 9:15.
There you go.
All right.
All right, bartender.
Is that it?
Hey.
Bartender.
Hey, is that Mr. Lowe?
Hey, come on, Mr. Lowe, the bartender.
I was trying to jiggle my ice in my glass, but it melted.
Looking for a new cocktail to serve at your next dinner party? Trying to figure out what pairs well with your main entree? Then you need to visit the Cocktail of the Week archive at apajamaparty.com. We've got a list of all the cocktails we've featured on previous Pajama Party shows with recipes and pictures of the drinks. And believe me, we've had some good ones. And while you're on the website, visit the archives for previous shows. Just click on any date, and you can hear the shows again and again. We've got you covered at apajamaparty.com. And tell a friend. They'll thank you.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party on Hills, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Hello, darling.
All right.
It's time for Poppa DD and What's Poppin'. So,
what's poppin'?
What's poppin', Poppa DD?
Well, I'd like to dedicate this to the caller that called. How many times he called? Three times.
He's getting it in tonight.
We need to change our number. Lord have mercy. Boy, he's a stalker. Oh, how you doing, caller? Anyway, first of all, when I said I'm going to beat up Serena Williams, I'm not going to beat her down, but I'm going to beat her ass, okay? And like I said, caller, I'm a man of a certain age, so I understand what retirement's all about. I'm a retired man myself, okay? So I know when it's time to get out, okay? And I'm not saying this in reference to what you said, not at all. My thoughts are my own, and I'm in no competition with you at all. And I'm not telling Serena to retire. I am telling Venus to retire, though, because Lord knows she's getting her ass whooped in the first round every time. So her sister needs to go. She ain't even chasing balls no more. When them little young girls from European countries knock that ball to the far side of the court, Venus don't even go after them no more. And I don't know whether or not a rabbit jumped up her ass and don't know tell her which way to go, but Venus is done. Venus is completely done. God bless her. I hope that she finds another situation out there selling fragrances or scarves or earrings or colognes or whatever, Venus. But tennis is not your game no more. Now, Serena, being an aggressive person, Serena's strong. She's strong. But for one, I'm not a starstruck person because I'm a star myself. So therefore, the first person I look at as being a star is my own. I'm a star of my damn self. So therefore, it's hard for me as an Aries person. I'm an Aries. You know, we're vicious people. So it's hard for us to be, to take the, the low road when it comes to. But anyway, let me get off that soapbox. Anyway, let's talk about Serena, for example. 2018, the U.S. Open in New York City, U.S. Open 2018. Now, the young lady, let's get her name here. Osaka was beating Serena Williams in the 2018 U.S. Open in New York City. She was beating her 2-0. Now, in tennis, it only takes 3 sets to shut people out. I don't know, my caller, I'm talking to you specifically. I don't know if you're a ping pong player or not. In ping pong, you could beat somebody 7-0 or 11 before they get 4. That's how you could beat. Now, ping pong goes to 21, but you could beat somebody 7-0 or 11 before they get 4. I had a ping pong table in my basement as a child, so I know ping pong very well. Now, in tennis, you can win in 3 sets. Long as you get 6 or 7, if the person has 5, you got to win by 2 points in tennis, as you know, caller. So she had her 2-0. Only had to win 1 set, and Osaka was already up 2 points in the 3rd set. All of a sudden, Serena looked at her coach at the U.S. Open, and she was accused of cheating in 2018 and went into a tantrum. Now, Osaka was only there to play a tennis match that day. But Serena, who was already losing by 2 sets, got indignant with the judge, the line coach. And they started arguing over the fact that she wasn't cheating with her coach who was sitting in the stands. And that's how it happened. And they went on and on. Now, there was a Serena crowd at the U.S. Open in New York. It was majority, and also Meghan Markle, who is the wife of your boy, Prince Harry. She was in the audience at the time. So Serena had a reputation to keep because her friends were there. Oh, isn't that nice? And they probably had planned a nice little get-together afterwards. We got Peter Coladas at my place. Okay? So, but Serena was getting her ass kicked at the time. Now, the line judge accused her that you cannot coach your person during the match. And she said, I didn't do it. And everybody in the audience was loving Serena because Osaka was basically unknown. The girl is 24 years old. It was her first major win at the U.S. Open, okay? And Serena showed her ass. Mostly showed her ass because she was losing at the time. If you know anything about tennis, she was losing at the time. So she had another alternative motive because she was losing. And Osaka was about to whoop her ass on the 3rd set and win the match. But Serena flipped the script on the whole day and made it her day based on her argument. And then when the trophy was done, because Osaka began to, now if you notice when the match was over and Serena was still huffing and puffing and people knew what saying, oh, Serena, Osaka was over there crying. She was crying because she could not enjoy her win at the U.S. Open because Serena was showing her ass because she literally got her ass whooped with her girl Mega sitting in the audience. That's the story of 2018. And this is the reason why Osaka said, I don't want to do interviews because I'm mentally fucked up right now because she knew that Serena was at the French Open in 2021 and she didn't really want to face her probably. Now, I'm speculating, but all I'm saying in a nutshell to everyone in the sound of my voice is that Serena showed her ass in 2018. Even though you were battling the line judge, you was also getting your ass kicked in that match. You lost the set 3-0. So you was getting shat out, and you did get shat out, okay? And instead of you walking away like a veteran that knew the game, knows the game, and a young girl whooped your ass, you took it personal. And now, 2 weeks ago, when the girl said she wanted to step out, they went to Serena. She said, oh, I wish I can give Osaka a hug because she's going through mental stuff. Bullshit, Serena. You don't want to give nobody a damn hug, okay? The girl with your ass, you don't even like the girl. I don't want to hear that hug bullshit. Okay, you ain't even into Osaka like that. You know Osaka is 24 years old. She's a new age like you used to be. It's almost like one person has black hairs on her vagina and one person got gray hairs on your vagina. You can't do shit about those gray hairs on your vagina. They're there. I don't give a fuck how much you shave it. When the shit grow back, it's going to be gray. Hello. Okay, caller, so I'm not beating Serena's ass, but I am whooping her ass. Okay, I'm out. That's all I got to say on that. Osaka whooped her ass in 2018, and Serena showed her ass because she had the majority of the audience. So if you're going to be a veteran that didn't stay in the game, like you said, caller, and I'm not picking on you. You're a beautiful person. I appreciate you listening to our show. But Serena needs to learn to take her ass whoopings gracefully. Okay? All I got to say. Call me back, 914-803-4306. Press 1. Damn it. What?
The mic.
I believe the caller is back.
We truly have to lighten this up.
Poppa DD.
He's back.
We're going to take this caller.
Come on back, caller.
My main man. Come on back at me, boy.
Hello, this is Serena Williams.
Oh, Jesus.
I love it.
And this is Osaka. Are you going to apologize to me, damn it?
Come on, Serena. What you got to say?
Because I whooped your ass in 2018.
Let Serena talk.
Okay, Poppa DD, you had the floor. Can I have my moment, please?
Go ahead,
Serena. I'm about to educate you, Poppa DD. So let me educate you.
Here we go.
Serena, first of all, in tennis, in women's tennis, it's 2 out of 3 sets. Osaka won the match 6-2, 6-4. Didn't go to a third set. Okay, that's fact number one.
Okay,
wait a minute.
Okay, well, let me say this here. If I was wrong on the logistics, but she did win in straight sets, right?
Okay, let me finish.
Yes, and was that a yes or no, or
Poppa DD, I gave you the score. I gave you the score in the beginning, so you figure out the math.
All right. Well, I wasn't. Excuse me if I got my numbers wrong, but she did lose in straight sets in my match.
She lost.
Okay, let him finish.
6-4. So my point that I'm going to make to everything that you said, because you had a right to your comment. So let me say this. Let me be very clear. I was physically there at the U.S. Open that year. I was at courtside seat. So let me and I was sitting near the Williams family box. So let me say this. So the umpire saw that Serena's coach was giving her signals. Now the rule is that, let me finish, because at the end of the day, he was wrong for that.
Okay.
But the rule is that was a finals. What he should have done was given a warning. There was never a warning given. So Serena Williams, yes, she went off. It was a mess. So let me just say this. I was there. At the end of the match, people were booing. I was booing. Serena Williams went up to Naomi Osaka in front of everybody and hugged her and whispered in her ear and apologized for what was going on because it was messing up her moment. So let me also correct you, Poppa DD. Serena Williams is also on another interview apologized again to Osaka. So once again, you have your right to your thoughts and your feelings, and I'm not going to take that away. But I do know that Serena Williams did apologize and felt really bad about that and does care about her. And her comment was very thoughtful about when she wanted to give her a hug because she has gone through that herself with the press, being a black female superstar. Okay? So I'm not taking anything away from your comment because I was there that day, and I witnessed the whole thing. Yes, it was a mess.
Right.
So, but I'm giving you the technicality of it. The umpire should have given her a warning. He automatically took, I think, a game or a point away from her, which was really, at that magnitude, was harsh. It was not proper. And to be honest with you, the other day at the French Open, he was umpiring a match, and the same thing happened. The commentators, and this is what the umpire did, he gave the player a warning. You know what they said? They said now he's giving them warnings when he should have did that to Serena Williams back in 2018. So Serena Williams,
people don't forget.
Yes. So Serena Williams is not the person that you have painted on this talk show that she is. So I'm so glad, especially tonight, that I was, here to hear your wonderful commentating on Serena Williams, which was so not right. So, but it's okay. You can be corrected too.
Okay.
You have made my night, and I'm going to have a cocktail, and I'm going to smoke some legal flower.
Okay. Now, McCall, let me say this here before you go. Now, first of all, let's say this here, and we'll both hopefully we could both let bygones be. Everybody's not raised the same way. As we know, Serena and Venus was raised in South Central LA, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Right. Now, Osaka may not have been raised under those same particular situations, so therefore she may not have the same hard nature as Serena does. Her heart might be a little gentler. And I know that even in our black families, when we intermerge with someone that we may marry we may marry another family. It may be harder than the family we was raised in. And we say, well, damn, why'd you marry that family that was hard as hell? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Osaka was raised under the same level as Serena was raised under, with her father as vicious as he was and the mom as vicious as she was. And I'm not knocking their family, don't get me wrong. But everybody wasn't raised under urban drama. You know what I'm saying? And some people were raised under a middle-class area where they were raised with a gentle heart and didn't have to struggle so much. So when things hit them on a sensitive level, it affects them harder. You know what I'm saying? If you're not built with that brick around your heart, then your heart could be tampered. Does that make sense?
And you know what, Poppa DD, let me say this. I'm speaking logistics and I'm speaking psychologically logistics. I'm not speaking on Serena Osaka right now. But you're making a good point, and the point that I want to add to that is the point that you're making a good point. But at the end of the day, this is competition. It's sports. If you don't have a tough skin, keep your ass at home. It ain't for the little babies and all that.
I understand. Wait a minute. I understand all that, but we are who we are.
Okay,
we are who we are.
I'm keeping it real. Cause sports.
Yeah, but the grandmama in the.
We getting ready to lighten it up. But
like I said, let me just end on this here. The grandmother sitting in the audience for both those girls know how they were raised, and they know what they're capable of and what they can handle. And the grandmother of Osaka know how fragile her heart may be, and the grandmother of Serena may know how hard her heart is, and she can take more. So we have to throw out there who has the battle ready heart, and she's only 24 years old, so she's still in the mix, brother. So like I said, let's move on. And God bless you, my friend.
All right, we're going to lighten it up.
Thank you. Mute me. All right.
Appreciate that. Wait a minute. I got to give a round of applause to the caller because he was defending his girl.
Yeah, you
I ain't going to let you
damn.
take her down like
All
that.
right. I appreciate that, caller.
Okay.
All right.
God bless you.
So much.
God bless you, my brother.
All right. So we're going to lighten it up. We're going to lighten it up a little bit. We're going to get into the crazy, weird news. I got the first one. A dog ejected from a vehicle in Idaho crash found herding sheep. This is in Spokane, Washington. A pet dog who vanished 2 days after being ejected from a vehicle during a car accident has been found apparently doing the job it was bred to do, herding sheep. Linda Oswald's family and their dog Tilly were driving along Idaho State Highway 41 on Sunday when they crashed into another car, launching the dog through the rear window.
Oh my gosh!
The unharmed but stunned dog then ran away, prompting an immediate search with at least 6 complete strangers who witnessed the crash and pulled over alongside to help. People just kept going out, noting that the search lasted about 10 hours on Sunday before the family went home. They were so sore and exhausted. Oswald said the family then wrote a Facebook post that included a picture of the 2-year-old border collie and red heeler mix, and more than 3,000 people shared the post. That's when Tyler, Travis, and Zane Potter recognized the dog in the photo as the same dog they saw on their family farm south of Rathdrum. Both the Potters and Oswald think Tilly was drawn to the farm and their sheep. She goes on to say, I think that dog was trying to herd. Oswald
trying
said,
to herd.
Yep. Oswald said if it weren't for the post, he would still be here.
So wait, this is one of those dogs like that get out there and bark and make the sheep all move in one direction?
I guess so. Or maybe
they herd.
Or maybe he thought he was one of the sheep. He didn't know.
When they say herd, I mean, I know there's certain breeds of dogs that get out there with the sheep and they'll keep them moving in one direction and all that.
I think this dog thought he was one of the sheep.
Oh, my goodness.
I think that's what the deal was on that.
Okay. Well, I got one for you, and I saw this video. This was crazy. A nurse attempts to prove that the COVID vaccines makes people magnetic.
Come on. Yeah.
And she's a nurse. I'm like, wow, I don't want you to treat me because you're crazy. An anti-vaccine Ohio nurse attempted on Tuesday to prove that COVID-19 vaccines make people magnetic. Registered nurse Joanna Overholt, testifying before the Ohio House Health Committee about what she said were potential coronavirus vaccine dangers, tried to use her own body as proof. She said that she had heard during lunch that vaccines cause magnetism in humans, so she decided to prove her point by attempting to show how a bobby pin and a key would stick to her exposed skin. Spoiler alert, it didn't go well. So she's standing up at the mic talking about, explain to me why the key sticks to me, and it sticks to my neck too. And she kept trying to do it, and it kept falling off. And she kept trying to say, see, explain this to me, and it kept falling. So it's like, okay, you're not magnetic, but she kept trying it. So the false vaccine magnetism theory was brought up earlier during the hearing by a physician, Lord help us, Sherry Tenpenny, who has been cited by a watchdog group as a member of the Disinformation Dozen, which is the 12 people responsible for 65% of anti-vaccine misinformation shared on the Internet. So she went on to say, I'm sure you've seen pictures all over the Internet of people who've had these shots, and now they're magnetized. You can put a key on their forehead, and it sticks. You can put spoons and forks all over their body, and they stick. Although Overholt and Tenpenny are trained medical professionals, both ignored the obvious explanation for the key trick, and that is that the human body secretes a substance called sebum that's sticky enough to hold small items, even though they're not magnetic. But they're trying to say, oh, yeah, this vaccine makes you magnetic. I'm like, well, y'all just go sit down.
Something wrong with him.
And these are a doctor and a nurse talking this.
And where was this?
This was in Ohio.
They out of Ohio, y'all.
And don't let either one of those people treat you, Dr. Tenpenny and that other nurse.
What you got, Papa?
This is in Philadelphia.
Oh boy!
I don't know if you're doing anything on August 28th, but if you freak of the week, freaknik joker, here's the time to go out there and get your freak on. Philadelphia bike riders won't need their shirts, pants, or anything else. Just need now you don't even need underwear. Just wear your mask. Philly's having their annual naked bike riding situation.
Ooh.
Organizers of the annual Philadelphia Naked Bike Ride says this year's event will take place on August 28th and will require wearing a mask based on the city's earlier corona restrictions, okay? The city lifted most of the COVID-19 rules this week, citing an increase in vaccines and a decrease in cases. But ride organizers said that they haven't had a chance to chat since the city's guideline changes. So for the time being, they're going to stick with the initial mask guidelines, and clothes aren't included. So if you register in time and get your bike, you can go to Philadelphia and you can ride a bike butt ass naked, and it's legal. I don't know where you're going to situate your.
But is it painful? That
well,
sounds
maybe.
Painful.
I guess men will have to situate their testicles on a seat somewhere.
I'm talking about for the women. I'm like, why would you want to ride a bike naked?
Lead organizer, you need to talk to Wesley.
How is that shit legal?
Wesley Normaset. He's the lead organizer. He said that.
So he's the lead freak.
He's a freak. He's a freak Nick from way back.
Freak of the week.
He said he'll keep his eye on what the city says to the next month or so. Rider participation sometime in the thousands usually gathers in the park to strip down all their clothes and paint each other with body paint before carefully hopping on their bike seat.
Like I said, it's
okay.
painful.
The naked ride is to promote positive body image, advocate for the safety of cyclists, and the protests depending on the dependence on fossil fuels.
Now wait a minute, biking safety.
Yeah, biking safety and fossil fuels.
Yeah, you know, people driving and you see naked people riding bikes.
Yeah.
How is that safe for the bikers?
You're going to freak out.
Because people are going to be steering and probably drive right into somebody and hit them.
And then Hart Johnson will be steering the car.
Oh, my God.
Danger.
Anyway, riders pedal a 10-mile, 16-kilometer course while taking in sites including the Independence Hall, the Liberty Bell,
and each other,
and the Philadelphia Art,
Bell.
And the Philadelphia Art Museum,
and each other,
and the Rocky, and it ends on the Rocky Steps, which is at the Art Museum.
Very good.
Okay. The Corona pandemic slammed the brakes on the Riders thing back in 20, but the organizers are glad that it's back, and it's August 28th in Philadelphia. So get down to Independence Hall, which is on like 4th and Market Street in Philly. I'm from Philly originally.
If you want to see this,
ain't nothing but something to do.
Don't stay home.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
I'm going to pass on that naked bike ride.
Naked bike ride, Philadelphia, August 28th.
I'd rather see the dog trying to herd the sheep. I ain't trying to see the naked people on bikes. That,
Yeah, if you fit and look like something, but if you don't,
even if you fit, I'm like, why do I? Nah.
All right, that concludes our weird news.
Okay.
Got any more weird news to send to us? Call us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Press 1.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with me.
All right.
And I'm going to talk about why can't he play. Got some information for you on the other side of the break. Je suis Ben Rouge. This is Redwine. And if you haven't heard of the Pajama Party Show, you have been missing out. We've got hot topics, hit it and quit it headlines, what's poppin' with Poppa DD, weird news, and I'm just saying with me, living for the city with Poppa DD, and the Hollywood wrap-up with Ketel, the cocktail of the week, my favorite, and the world-famous Kiss It list, and of course, the last word. We serve it up every week on A Pajama Party Show, and nobody does it like us. You can call us each week live on Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern at 914-803-4306, or you can listen live online at www.apajamaparty.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One of your hosts, Poppa DD, and with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bye, darling.
All right, so we're going to go with, what's your name, Redwine? With her segment, which is called I'm Just Saying. Redwine, take it away. Take it away, Redwine.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Poppa DD. And I just want to say a special shout out to all of our listeners tonight and our callers.
Yeah, the caller, he's, boy, I tell you what.
He's on it tonight.
Yeah,
I love it.
He whooped my ass. God bless him.
I love it.
All is fair in love.
Oh, boy. Let me get going.
Love
for Poppa
the crazy
DD
game.
Okay, thank you, Poppa DD. All right.
People. Okay, I'll get off this.
Okay.
All this
Tonight,
fair love.
I'm just saying, why can't he play? Now, this is a story that's as American as apple pie, baseball, and voter suppression.
Uh-oh.
It involves naivete, racism, politics, football, the military, and fake patriotism. This is the story of Cameron Kinley. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this brother, but I'm going to tell you what happened. Cameron is a former Navy midshipman who just graduated and starred as a cornerback for Navy, the football team, that plays for Navy. His football dreams came true when he signed a free agent contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and played during the rookie minicamp. That's where the dream became an American nightmare. Cameron won't be spending the summer and the fall trying to make the Buccaneers' final roster because the military won't let him. I'm just saying, why can't he play? Because of racism and politics, that's why. In 2019, Trump tried to gain popularity by telling the Pentagon to allow Service Academy graduates to delay their service requirements so that they could play pro sports, like it was a new idea. But here's the truth of the matter. The Obama administration had already been doing that. And the Trump administration had shut all of that down once Trump got into office. Then he tried to act like he's doing something new and different, All he did was do what Obama had already been doing. But here's where the naivete comes in. Cameron, who's a black man from Memphis, Tennessee, believed that things would work based on merit and equality in America, which is what we all hope for, but that's usually not the reality. Now, Cameron watched as 3 white fellow servicemen, 2 from the Air Force, 1 from the Army, all received approval to delay their service so they could go and play in the NFL. But this brother was told no by the Navy. He couldn't get a waiver, so he could do the same thing that his 3 white counterparts did. And I'm just saying, why can't he play? The military can nominate a graduate for a waiver to play professional sports if there is, and this is how they write it, if there is a strong expectation that the graduate's future professional sports employment will provide the military with significant favorable media exposure likely to enhance national-level recruiting or public affairs missions. Now, that's the military's rule. Yet, they didn't feel that Cameron was a good candidate for this waiver. Why? I'm just saying, why can't he play? They're saying that they only do this for candidates that they can pimp for their own use. They're saying that they only do this when they can get something out of the deal, like those 3 white guys who got a waiver. So now they can go and get their professional career going with the NFL, but this brother Cameron was told, no, you can't get a waiver. You got to go serve the military, do what you signed up to do. What's up with that? Now, when they say, to enhance the military for public affairs, yada, yada, they're talking about those big billboards that you see that say recruiters and join, sign up, whatever, with this branch, that branch of the military. So what, are you saying that this brother can't draw people in if you put him up on a billboard or on a pamphlet? Is that somehow sending the wrong message? To put this brother Cameron up on a billboard or the pamphlets or the brochures or whatever? That's where the racism comes into this. So now that the Navy has been exposed for how they treated this brother, they don't want to respond to the media questions because now the thing is all exposed. And now the media is asking, why can't he play? And now the Navy don't want to talk. All of a sudden now, y'all don't have anything to say. What's up with that? But it's typical, because this is just a typical lopsided racist bullcrap. Now, Cameron should have been allowed to continue his NFL pursuits. But I guess this is still America, where white is going to be right no matter what. And the double standard is alive and well. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying, the Navy should have let Cameron play. They shouldn't be playing games with people like that. I'm just saying, why can't he play?
Something recent?
Yeah. This brother was good. He was a starring cornerback for the Navy. And to get so close, and then when it's time to go into the camps and all of that for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, now the Navy says, oh, no. We're not signing a waiver for you. Come on back in here and put your uniform on and do what you're supposed to be doing.
My thing is, I think I would have grabbed a lawyer and try to pursue that.
Well, apparently with the military, they own you. They have to sign a waiver allowing him to, step into that other realm, and they weren't willing to do it. So I'm putting the Navy on the kiss it list. Sorry for anybody who served in the Navy, but they're wrong for that. They're wrong for that.
Do your thing.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
All right, due to time, we'll go right into Living for the City. I just want to say this here. I want to talk specifically to our caller tonight. If you're just tuning in, I was speaking on Serena Williams, and the caller was a fan of Serena, like I'm a fan of Earth, Wind, and Fire. If anybody says anything about Serena, Earth, Wind, and Fire, I'd beat them like a bug. Anyway, but let me just say this here. We really need open discussion in life, and open discussion is a beautiful thing that we always should focus on in order to get to the bottom of how we feel. But I'm going to tell you this here, caller. I got news for you. I was only speaking on the situation, but I got news for you. Throughout Serena's career, I would look forward to looking at her and watching her. And in the words of the great Paul Mooney, and I will leave it at this, Paul Mooney is a great comedian who wrote for Richard Pryor and everybody else back in the day. Paul Mooney said that whenever it boiled down to Serena playing Venus for a championship, I knew that when I woke up in the morning, a black joker would be a champion that morning, okay? Because Serena and Venus will whoop everybody's ass, and sometimes it boiled down to Venus playing Serena for the championship, and you knew at the end of the match it'd be a black person that would be the champion at the end of them two playing each other, no matter who beat who. So, just that being said, I am not anti-black. I'm not anti-Serena. I'm not anti-anything. Like my man said a long time ago, Richard Pryor, be proud for any black folk doing anything. And I'm with it. That was Richard Pryor's line. Be happy for any black person doing anything. Richard Pryor. So, caller, I'm with you with Serena. I'm a fan. You know, I had my situation with old girl because she's coming in the game, and I think that she should be, don't fuck with her head early in the game because we don't need our young people that'll continue our struggle to lose their mind. Let her mind be free, you know. Don't fuck with her head. And God bless you. Everybody listening, thank God. Thank God for all of y'all, and thank you for having your opinions and your values and things like that. But just want to balance out with our caller that I'm with you, brother. All right? So that's all I want to say on that.
All right. Right. All is that.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go one more round. Come on, caller.
Ding, ding, ding.
Tell us what else you got to say.
Oh,
Come
no,
on, caller.
Redwine, I had a question about that the Navy guy. Is he still technically listed in the Navy?
You know what? I'm not sure.
Because if he is, then I can understand why they wouldn't. Because I guess what I'm thinking is that he signed up to serve the country. So unless he got out of the Navy, he still is a part of the Navy. So that's how I'm looking at it. I don't know the technicalities of it, but if he's still enlisted in the Navy, then I can understand why they wouldn't release him.
I thought I read something about him being now in a reservist or something. I'm not familiar with all the military terminology, but I believe once he graduated, I mean, he is a graduate, and I thought I read something about a reservist, but you can check him out and see what you can find out about him.
What's his name again?
His name is Cameron. Let me get his last name.
I know.
What's his last name? Cameron. What's your last name, Cameron? Cameron Kinley. Kimley. Kim as in Michael. Cameron Kimley.
I'm going to Google his name, and then I'm going to go from there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I thought I read something about him being a reservist. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got the impression though that it should have been no big deal. He just needed to have them to sign that waiver, as they did for the other two Navy persons and one from the Army. But for whatever reason, they denied his request.
Okay. I just want to say I'm enjoying this show. I wish y'all could come on every day.
And this is too much work to do.
We will run out of gas.
We appreciate your enthusiasm.
I want to say one more thing. I want to agree with Poppa DD. Yes, Venus needs to just bow out gracefully. Because right now, you're so correct. I think she's just trying to get to the end of her season.
Yeah, she's getting beat by what do you call them? Unranked people.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not even going after balls. She's not even chasing at the balls anymore that are hit to the far side of the court. She just stands there. I'm like, Venus, really?
Yeah.
Well, Poppa DD, I'm going to say this. I believe at the U.S. Open, which is the last Grand Slam of the season, I believe she's going to announce her retirement.
Is she really? God bless her. I'll buy her a beer.
She does.
Okay.
All righty.
All right.
Good.
Thanks, Cole.
Okay, thank y'all.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Funny.
All right, okay. We miss you.
All right, love you so much.
All right.
Okay.
All right, come on, Papa. Come
All
on,
right.
Papa.
Are we going to Hollywood, y'all?
Oh, yeah.
Getting close to the Hollywood. Hollywood.
All right.
All right, let's go to Hollywood, y'all. See what's happening over in Cali.
Well, we were talking about in the very beginning about the celebrity endorsements. I'm going to talk about In the Heights. It's a 2021 American musical drama filmed based on the stage musical by the same name. Of course, our buddy Lin-Manuel Miranda, he wrote the screenplay on that. The film follows a similar plot to this musical, telling the story of a coroner in Washington Heights in New York City. This is where he's originally from, Washington Heights in New York City, where each member of the community pursues their dream of a better life. So In the Heights, it was originally set to be adapted by Universal Pictures in 2008. After that version fell through, the project was eventually started back up in 2016. So this shows how long it takes sometimes for a film to be produced. The rest of the cast during the April 2019 and filming took place around New York City in mid-2019. So In the Heights had its world premiere at the LA Latino International Film Festival in June, and it was released in the United States yesterday, streaming on HBO Max. But on November the 7th, 2008, Universal Pictures announced that they plan to adapt the original musical. That was a 2011 with a budget of $37 million. However, the project was canceled in March of 2011. This was due to check this out, the fact Universal was looking for a bankable Latino star like Shakira or Jennifer Lopez.
Bankable?
Instead of unknown actors. But check this out. So they finally got it going on, and the budget, the last budget was $55 million. So apparently they paid some Latinos some coins. My girl, Mary J., she's back in the news. Mary J. Blige hit an Oscar-nominated performance on a Netflix Mudbound. The legendary singer is making a comeback on its streaming service with an original comic book-inspired series titled The Umbrella Academy. Interesting. The series follows a dysfunctional superhero family that forms a collective Umbrella Academy. The family works together to find the mystery behind their father's death. Blige, who reportedly signed a one-year deal with the series, will be playing the role of Cha-Cha. The character is a psychopath who travels within different time periods to kill her main targets. And she's known as the killer without any type of remorse. That's interesting. Okay. Also, Issa Rae is reportedly playing Spider-Woman in the Spider-Verse sequel. The Insecure star and creator will voice the role of Spider-Woman in the upcoming sequel to the animated hit Spider-Man. As most Marvel-related projects go, plot details are still tightly under wraps. The film may explore even more spider characters from the comics. The sequel is set to premiere October 7th, 2022. Also, among her many projects, Rae is currently producing the 5th and final season of Insecure. That's her baby. Rae certainly is ready to move on to the next chapter in her life.
I want to be a Spider-Woman.
Okay, all right. Tiffany Haddish, she will play Olympic legend in a new biopic. You guys remember FloJo? Florence Griffin Joyner. She served as a game changer in the track field. Yes, she did. Tiffany Haddish will produce the film through her company, She Ready Productions. The FloJo-centric film is more of a passion project for her. So, wow. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Okay, good for Tiffany.
Also, well, there's quite a bit of folks getting divorces in Hollywood. We have Gary Owen, the comedian that played in.
Somebody's black wife.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
I guess he ain't laughing now.
Well, back in May, court docs obtained by TMZ, of course, stated Duke was asking, the wife was asking $44,000 a month because it's the amount that Gary would normally deposit in her account to pay credit cards and finance bills.
$44,000 a month.
$44,000. Duke also claims she didn't pursue her own career to support Owen, who is known for his stand-up comedy and films.
Mm-hmm.
So,
black.
That's the only thing that I don't like about the wives. They don't pursue their own careers because they, But still, out of that $44,000, I would bank about $10,000.
But how you living? You need $44,000 a month?
We have a few other people that are going through divorce, and I'm surprised to hear this one. Blair Underwood, in a joint statement, the couple called their marriage a quote-unquote beautiful journey and praised their 3 children.
So it's available now?
Yeah.
Okay.
After a tremendous amount of thought, prayer, and work on ourselves individually and collectively, we have come to the conclusion to end our marriage that began 27 years ago. That's Blair and his wife, Desiree DaCosta.
Bye, Desiree.
Bye, Felicia.
Sorry.
Also, one last note, Dr. Dre, he's been going through a divorce back and forth with his wife. Ongoing divorce battle between Dr. Dre and his estranged wife, Nicole, has taken another step. The two are both now, quote-unquote, legally considered single again. Young has consistently argued that the prenup was invalid, while Dre has fought for the agreement to be upheld by the court. He's given her $2 million in spousal support and is paying her legal fees, $500,000. Yep. And how long the
too much money to be fighting.
I'm not sure how long the spousal support is going to continue, but she's getting $2 million. So,
you know what? That is a good lead-in for the Kiss It list.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Ketel. For that report. Yep. Big grief.
Yeah.
All right, Poppa DD, we got to wrap it up. What's the Kiss It list?
Kiss It list of people to show their ass over the last couple of weeks. We can compile them all, and let's start off, first of all, like you said, Redwine, that is too much damn money to be fighting over.
Yeah, Dr. Dre's wife.
If you got that kind of money, you ain't got no worries, okay? Because I can show you some poor motherfuckers that's doing less than you. Anyway, so we'll put Dr. Dre and his wife on the Kiss It list, both you motherfuckers, because y'all don't know the true value of money. Anyway.
I'm adding all these cyber crypto criminals. Put them on the Kiss It list.
Okay.
The Tennis Federation president.
Oh, wow.
And the Navy.
Oh, Lord.
Put them on the Kiss It list. That's all I have.
Definitely. You didn't have to beat up Osaka like that.
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
The fucking New York Open, the French,
and Wimbledon.
Oh, Wimbledon, yeah, all of them beat her. Then they let the other guy just.
Yeah, they were like, oh, but Federer, we understand.
Federer, yeah, we understand. You're a guy.
You're a guy. We understand. We respect that.
Yeah. Get Federer from crying like a baby and backing out.
Anyway.
Anybody else other than Trump and the Republicans and? All right. Well, we got a special gift for everybody on this week's Kiss It list. Here it is.
My entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem,
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party Crew with Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right. My final word is man, everybody just be safe out there and continue doing what you're doing. You know, the vaccines is out there. Stay away from that Johnson & Johnson. They're about to cancel a lot of that shit. I'd fuck with, what is it called?
Come on, Pfizer and Moderna.
Pfizer and Moderna, yeah. Johnson & Johnson giving motherfuckers a heart attack. I'm just speaking, but,
okay.
Anyway.
Well, my last word is I just want the Navy to do right. You know, people need to stop showing preferential treatment to folks. You know, as the saying goes, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's my last word.
Short and sweet. And nice.
Sweet.
My last word is we have to continue to show, to give respect and stay 6 feet apart. I mean, if people are still leery and different things, I mean, some places you don't have to wear a mask if you're not vaccinated, but how do people know that you're vaccinated?
You can't trust these liars.
Yeah, so let's just keep wearing our masks, stay respectful, and respect people's 6 feet,
All right.
My last word.
Well, we're going to get on out of here. Say good night, Poppa DD.
Good night, everybody.
Night, Ketel.
Good night.
All right, and thanks to everybody for listening, hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you so much. Tell somebody about the Pajama Party Show. Check us out on apajamaparty.com.
Right. I did want to give a shout out to some gentlemen I met tonight. One name I just remember, his name was Austin. So thanks, Austin, and thanks for listening. Thank you, Austin.
We're going to get on out of here. We'll do it again next Friday. Join us then next Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. See you next week. We're out. Peace.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so. I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of cheers.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, grown and sexy.